from ABC2, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
All right, after a day of powerhouse winds, air temps dropping sharply tonight. Not as windy, but a cold one. 27 now in Parkton, 33 still in Ann Arbor, but I think we go below freezing in Baltimore by daybreak tomorrow. Still a few gusts of wind out there tonight, but not much. Certainly much lighter and into the day tomorrow. Happy to report just breezy, and actually those winds will be turning and beginning to come out of the south, so it'll be a milder breeze coming in for you tomorrow. Relatively clear across the state, across the mid-Atlantic. We do have low pressure parked here off New England, and when it was deeper today, that low pressure area and closer to our coastline, that really was bringing in those powerful winds. In fact, some gusts over the last 24 hours in excess of 70 miles per hour toward D.C., over 50 miles per hour out on the water early today. But again, all that beginning to end as the low pressure moves further and further away. As the storm moves away, not only do the winds let up, but we get into a relatively quiet and clear stretch of weather. Maybe a little bit of morning cloud cover, but I don't think it'll add up to much. And then beyond that, as we go into early Wednesday, I do think a little bit of rain will approach the southern edge of Maryland, down here toward Virginia Beach and Raleigh, North Carolina. But I think Baltimore stays in the dry slot on Wednesday. So a stretch of dry weather coming at us, one that could last all the way into the weekend. Annapolis today and in Baltimore, mid-40s. That's what we were looking at, and that is our seasonable norm. So though it was very windy with quite the wind chill, the air temps were actually right on the normal level. Take a look. Winds ripping down the Severn today. Huge waves out on the Chesapeake. Gale conditions and then small craft advisory conditions, but a moon going up with a clear sky tonight in Naptown at the Naval Academy. 32 right now. BWI cold and dry and calm for once at the airport. Overnight, winds stay light. Air temps dropping below freezing. But through the day tomorrow, I think we'll push up, at least to the upper 40s, and probably downtown Baltimore briefly touching 50 late in the afternoon. Depends how fast the sun emerges. I do think it'll be a little bit of a cloudy start in the morning, but again, I do expect us to stay dry. Well, you can see the chill out there. We are certainly in the cold sector, but this is not brutal for mid-February, but still chilly. Widespread 20s and teens across the northern tier, and the high winds of earlier today relenting now, becoming just breezy as low pressure moves further away. And our high pressure settles in. You know, it was the squeeze play between these two systems that generated all that high wind earlier today, but now the atmosphere relaxing, so to speak, and as that happens, so does the wind. By the way, still talking about that potential for a late week storm system to wind up again in the wake of the one that we had over the last 24 hours. This one looks to primarily impact New York and northern New England. Rain staying offshore, so I think it's a pretty quiet stretch here into our Wednesday. Tomorrow, around 50 degrees. Breezy, trending milder, and here's the rest of the outlook. You can see we'll be from anywhere from 50 to 64 through the stretch of days coming at us. A chilly stretch, though, at the end of the week that recovers nicely for the weekend. And we'll be back with more ABC2 News after this.